Well,
Take up everything.
here we are.
She's going to take everything I
It
put
is
down.
Friday night,
It is indeed.
second last night here. And we're hanging out. Went and watched the Red Sox lose, unfortunately, to the Yankees.
Yankees.
It's about 11 o'clock. We're sitting around. And we're reflecting upon our wonderful trip here.
360, honey.
So, Mimi,
Yes, darling.
what do you have to say about our trip so far?
Oh, it's just been wonderful. I've enjoyed every minute of
I
it.
think she's it.
What would you say is your favorite? Do you have a favorite moment of the trip?
Oh.
Obviously, there have been a lot of great moments, and don't mean to put you on the spot.
You know, it's really hard. I love spending time with the grandchildren, you know, by myself with the grandchildren. That's wonderful. And I just love having everybody together. What are you doing that for?
It's all about the
See?
cinematography.
See, honey?
What? Well, I mean, there's you gotta get different camera angles. to keep
Excuse
it
me,
nice.
cameraman. We're in the middle of it.
Yes,
Very
I just,
Hey,
I,
nice
you
camera.
know, let me just say one thing to this camera. I feel so fortunate to have such a wonderful family, and my children have chosen such wonderful mates, and I have such wonderful grandchildren, and granddogs, and everything else. It's wonderful. It makes my whole
We
life
chose
fabulous.
wonderful
Grand
mates.
dogs.
She did, and she also said that we've chosen mates.
Mates.
Mates,
Yes.
mates.
Oh, she's always like,
Good day,
I'm
mate.
so
Good day.
happy that we, you know, they've chosen.
And you are such a wonderful. Are you really a wonderful mother and grandmother? Because
You are indeed.
you put up with your. Doug doesn't give you much, flack, but the
He
twins
does when he can.
certainly.
It's a mother-daughter thing.
Is it
Honey,
me?
you gotta think of your mom and Kathy
Yes.
and Kelly compared to you, John and Tim.
Girls are much tougher on their mothers.
Yes.
There,
than
just
boys.
there.
I will
That's a fact.
definitely.
Tougher,
I think
although
they're tougher on their fathers and their husbands. I mean, I just think pretty much tougher.
Are we tougher on women, on men in general?
Throw it down. Just saying that.
Touche. You are true.
Tougher in general.
that's not true.
Yeah.
Anywho,
Anywho,
and it's in a loving way.
Oh,
I think.
this is a caveat right here. Preemptive caveat.
Yes.
Not with the husbands and fathers, just with the mothers. You know, it's because you guys.
Because you're all women.
No, but she is also a woman, and she is a
Yes.
little bit harder,
on us. than
critical on the women in her life than she is the men in her life.
Wow.
That's true.
that's not true. I'm not critical of you guys.
And she'll be the first one to
It's not a very.
say.
Is
that
that
she
considered
is
a
not.
compliment?
But
Okay, Katrina.
Dawn, you'd admit it.
What?
That you are probably a little more different. Your relationship with Emily, it's
Yeah.
there's a sort of criticism than you would have with Andrew.
Mm-hmm. I think because you're a woman, so you.
Yeah, there's some sort of
Oh, come on. Men are just better.
I think that
Better, I think, easier?
You're
There
a
you
woman,
go.
mother. You're not a man.
Are more on top of their sons just because you sort of get
Yeah.
more.
I think women
Right.
get different things than men get, and men get different things than women get. So they
Right.
are mold and shape in different ways, and that's
be-
why there's one of each.
And because I went through things as a girl growing up, so I tend to know more what I think that Emily's going to go through. So I might be harder on her certain things where although I knew what it was like to grow up, I didn't know what it was like to grow up to be a boy. So do you know what I
Right,
mean? So
yeah. So
Yeah,
that's why
we
there's
just-
one of each.
No, I'm just saying that's why I think you tend to be harder on if you have a boy and a girl, you tend to be harder on the same.
But what Doug is
So you-
saying,
you-
so
you-
he would
Right,
be
like
harder on a
Andrew
boy than he would on a
Doesn't reel
girl.
a fish in properly.
Right?
I'm so
So
disappointed.
Yes.
you base your child rearing on your life experiences, and Steve
I
bases
want
his
another
child
child.
rearing on his life experiences.
Right, right.
I want a
And
challenge.
his life experiences are from the point of view of a man,
Yes.
and your
I
life
want Johnny Mac
experiences
to
are
be
from
my
the point of view of a woman.
Yes.
Done.
Yes.
Over. Done. Let go.
Right.
Correct.
However,
But that
There's nothing mysterious
Love
about
the
that.
No,
yeah,
but
the finger's good.
It does,
Finger and then
right.
that one. That
But
one's
it also
when she's very serious.
Goes-
validates the fact that women, moms, and daughters are more critical of each other. Then you would be more critical of mom and I would be,
but
and she wouldn't be.
but would you agree that a father and a son are more critical of each other than they are the father and a daughter?
Yes,
Yes,
but no, yes.
So in other words, everybody deals with everything from their point of view.
I can't
And
get
But our
any of
situation was a
this.
little different.
I disagree.
Well, but I mean, yeah, well, I mean that
Your
is true to
situation?
an extent, but
Like Andrew and I don't like pick each other apart.
Yeah, I mean, it also,
You
you
and
throw
Emily.
personality into it.
Well,
I
you-
mean,
and you have to
it's
throw-
a lot of.
right. I mean, men and women are different, right? I
Right.
mean, we obviously that's
Men and
the
women,
basic
yeah,
underlying
yeah.
context of all of this
Yeah.
conversation.
Exactly.
Right.
We
right,
all approach everything from our point of view.
right.
Like I can say to Andrew, don't be a goof,
Right.
and he knows what
But
I
there's a
mean.
social thing to it.
He knows what you mean. Whether he listens to you or not is another question, but he certainly does know what you mean.
But
He
can
may
we get
not
some
heed
candy?
your advice.
I think a mother figure is different than a father figure.
Yeah.
Like
No.
in the opposite. So
Well,
like
I
when I
think
think of my mom with you, it's firstborn. It's it's sensitive, loving, and not that it's not the same.
She's not sensitive and loving.
No. See, I want to say it the right way. So like with like if I think of your dad with
She's not
Kelly
going
and
to be
Kathy.
like to Doug. I don't. The way you were with Chris Beckman, you weren't very nice to him. You didn't. You weren't. Why did you talk to him like that? That wasn't very nice. Where
Right.
with us,
Would Dad be that way to you?
No, but he would be different to me than he would to you in other situations.
Right.
Conversation.
So
This
it-
conversation
it's
is
a function of-
tangented beyond
I think what you're suggesting is that men and
anything
women
worth
are
filming. So
Absolutely.
step out here.
But it also
I think I agree
depends
with that.
on the father.
Yeah,
the
right.
father.
Is that mother?
There you go.
Situation.
Very rarely hear this.
There